And we're back. Welcome, everybody. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is 3 o'clock Eastern Time. We're in the final hour of trading for the day today,
From Las Vegas,
March the 1st, 2022. And eventful? Yeah, I would say it's eventful. We're down 638 on the Dow. We have been down 750. We just had a rally attempt. Actually, this is our second best rally attempt, or second one in a row. We tried to come out of this dip about, let's say around 140 or so. The market gave it a shot and then it dropped, and then tried again about half an hour ago to come back out of this dip. And we got the Dow to about, 33,355. But now it's 33,265. We've given up 90 points, although we are dipping, coming on a little bit again. I don't know if there's much to this, but we were down to 33,107, and that's 158 points down from here. That makes it a 760 point down day. Right now, 627 is the down dip on the Dow, 627 points. And we'll see if there's any kind of late rally here. We just broke 600 now. We're now down 595. We'll see if this market has any better legs than it's been showing so far. Did have a big recovery yesterday in the last 40 minutes. It really came on to lose only 165 points. But today is different because not only is the Dow off, NASDAQ, S&P, as we are figuring they'd be off, if this market is off this much, we also have West Texas setting some numbers here. Crude oil in Texas, 104.41 right now, up $8.69. Is there a problem with the U.S. supply of oil? Nope. Is there a problem that Canada isn't selling it to the States? Nope. Are the Mexicans holding back? No, there's oil everywhere. And the one country that can absolutely pay with currency that everyone believes in is America. Not a problem with America. It's all good. The problem is Russia. And the problem will be going forward, is Russian oil off the market for a while because the ruble and the Russian banking system has been cut out of the banking world, especially through the Western countries. In other words, insurance companies aren't going to insure a tanker load of Russian oil for anyone anywhere, which means it's literally impossible for the ship to go into international waters. It's impossible to deliver a container load, a huge oil tanker load of crude to another country, because the country won't be able to pay Russia. Russia can't accept payment or can't receive payment. try to have $5 or $10 million of cash on hand, when the boat pulls in, kind of hard to do that. So it's sort of out of the market in an indirect kind of way. The Russians have been sort of kicked out of the business because they can't clear their financial transactions. It's most interesting how this is affecting it. So this means, coming back to the price of oil, if 10% of the world's supply, 20% of the world's supply, whatever the amount that the Russians supply the rest of the planet with, is not available for a while, there'll be interruptions for maybe weeks or months. That means price could spike higher. Of course, the U.S. will release from its strategic reserve oil, meaning that oil will flow elsewhere instead of to America. So instead of America bringing in oil from some other countries, that crude can be diverted to countries that would normally have received oil from Russia. But in the meantime, you have a spike in supply. And at the end of the day, the question is, when do things get back to normal, or can things normalize in a relative short time, medium time frame here? Maybe in the next 2 to 3 weeks, supply routes will be readjusted, and the oil market will stabilize quite a bit. We'll go back into the 90s. On the other hand, we might go to 125, 135 first, and then come back to the 100 level. And that brings me to the poll question I put up today for you guys. You guys just think you can come here and watch me speak to you all the time? No, you got work to do. A couple things you need to do for me. First of all, hit the thumbs up button and get that thing going for me. Give my channel a little momentum out there. Number two, you got to answer the poll question. 85 of you have answered this question. West Texas Intermediate will go over $125 a barrel this week. By the time Friday rolls around, the end of Friday, we'll break 125 a barrel US for West Texas. What do you think about that question? 44% of you are saying, yep, it's going to happen, Bruce. This crude oil is going to hit 125 bucks a barrel or more. 53% of you are saying, nah, not going to happen. This is a close one, a 6-point spread between, yeah, it's going over 125, and no, it's not. Love to get you in on this because this one could come down to one vote either way regarding the price of crude between now and Friday night. 125 a barrel, yes or no? Let me know. We're at 104 a barrel now. I think we already hit 107 today on West Texas Intermediate. Quite amazing. 97 votes are in now. 45% saying, yep, it's going to happen. 55% saying, no way, it's not going to happen. Thank you for all of that. We have 83 thumbs ups now on this show, bumping up almost 40 thumbs ups just in a few minutes after I started begging for them. Thank you very much for helping out the YouTuber here in Las Vegas, Nevada. What a place. Oh my gosh, we're in a tiny little room here, squeezed in this tiny little shack of a room. So we're suffering so terribly, bringing you the financial hardships of the world. You buy that, don't you? I mean, come on, you got to buy that. We're down 476 on the market. Look at that. The Dow is coming back. It's only down 479. We were off 700 plus points earlier today. The S&P is down 48 points. NASDAQ is down 137. In the percentage loss on the Dow markets, or all these markets, NASDAQ is down 1%, S&P down 1.1%, and the Dow is down 1.4%. So the Dow is clearly the underperformer right now. I noticed the VIX was a bit higher as well, up to like 33, 34. I also noticed something else. Have you taken a look at your 10-year U.S. Treasury lately? 1.71. The VIX is, by the way, is 33, 34, up 3 points. The 10-year Treasury, 1.718. We were this morning 178. Then we got to 175. Now down to 171. I think we even touched 170 today already on the index. We may have, I'm not 100% sure. Yes, we did. We broke 1.7%. We were 1.689 on the interest rate. That is a humongous move on yields for U.S. rates. The German rates are negative again. The German 10-year is negative 0.074%, down 1/5 of a percentage point today. Italy's rate down 1/3% to 1.41. Spain down to 0.89. That's 1/4 of a percentage point off. UK off 0.28 of a point, down to 1.097%. Japan is also down to 0.181%, 18/100ths of a percentage point interest for 10 years of your money. In this inflationary environment, there is money fleeing to safe, solid securities or currencies, and America is definitely leading the way right now. An amazing run happening here on this market. Folks, tell you, it's unbelievable. You don't see this very often. This is a rare occurrence. And of course, we're in uncharted territory where literally we have two wars happening at the same time. We have one war in Ukraine where the Russians are blowing up now apartment blocks, downtowns, suburbs. They're not even looking for military targets. They are literally just going after infrastructure in Ukraine. If they're not going to take the country over, they're going to level it and leave it an absolute basket case. Kiev is still holding, but there is a column of weaponry headed to Kiev. And the problem, of course, is are there enough defenders to hold off these guys, or are they going to be able to run roughshod over the entire city? In the meantime, the second war that's going on, of course, is the war of the Western world against Russia, economic war. And that one, Russia is getting its butt handed to it. It is getting absolutely destroyed. The ruble is way off. Inflation is going to be out of control. Economic output from Russia is going to suffer greatly. Unfortunately, the average Russians are going to pay dearly for Putin's move into Ukraine when it comes to quality of life, standard of life, the availability of Russians to pay their bills and to acquire goods for their everyday lives. This is going to change Russia dramatically in a hurry. And the question will be, as time goes on, will Putin survive this inconvenience to life from his move into Ukraine? Because the Russian public and perhaps a high number of communist officials will not be too pleased with all of this. And could there be a coup on the top end? I don't know. We'll find out. The markets don't like uncertainty, and we're seeing it in living color. Now, Rocket Lab is off 27 cents to 926. We were as low as 893 in the first 15 minutes of the day today, but then we recovered. The shares popped back into that 970 range, then backed off into this 9 something, 915, 16, 17 range, 912. Now we're at 926. Still down 27 cents, but climbing lately to this level. If it goes up another dime or so, it'll be the best level since about 11 o'clock this morning. 4.1 million traded on Rocket Lab. Over on SoFi, that's the one we're all watching on here. Apart from watching oil, we're watching SoFi because today after the bell, SoFi will release their latest quarterly financials. And the anticipation is that they are going to report a higher number of users than before. The question is, are the user counts growing faster than projected? That's the key. And are they expecting the user growth to grow faster in the next quarter and the quarter after and so on at an even faster rate than had been previously talked about? If that is the case, if the market senses that this company's momentum is to the upside on user counts, this stock could have a good aftermarket today and a good day tomorrow. Obviously, if the finances of this company are showing huge improvements just because of their bank charter just from a month ago already, well, look out. We know the long-term effects of getting the bank charter are phenomenal. They're going to be very, very good. The question is, will the management of the company kind of hint to us that, yeah, we think we can see this or this metric hit on our gross sales, cost of doing business is plummeting, net earnings will be coming our way. The latest acquisition that they just made a couple of weeks ago, Technisys, that one will also be talked about a lot, but that deal doesn't close until the end of the quarter. This first quarter, I think the next couple of months it'll close out. I think it's a second quarter acquisition actually. So it's coming up. Lots to talk about on SoFi, lots to watch. I'll stay on the air to keep an eye on the SoFi story, and we'll see how it does. It is right now up 1 penny only at $11.46. The low today, 11.33, about 145 this afternoon in the last hour and 20 minutes. The high today was really the opening at 11.98. In the pre-market this morning, the shares were as high as I think 12.25 to 12.30. They have not hit that level during the market day today. We have traded 61 million shares on SoFi, making it a very active stock, and a lot of anticipation and wonderment on this stock between now and 8 o'clock tonight, the 4 hours after the close today. We'll be watching this closely. Pardon me, folks. We are working here. GameStop. We're down $2.17 on GameStop. We haven't had much of a range today on our stock here. GameStop shares got up to 125.86 around 10:30 this morning. Pardon me. We were as low at noon hour, 120.12. We've only had a $5.74 swing. Unusual for our friend here at GameStop. GameStop usually can give us $10, $12, $20 swings in a day. Of course, the day isn't over. We'll see. Right now, we're down 217 to 121.17. Volume on GameStop right now, 819,000 shares. There is nothing going on. And I kind of wonder Is there a really quiet market right now because earnings are due in the next week? This stock has nothing to do with the Ukraine war, nothing to do with economic sanctions. They're totally out of this mess. Higher interest rates, lower interest rates, not going to make a difference to GameStop. I'm kind of wondering that very few are watching, the minute to minute moves at the moment inside GameStop's corporate offices or anything else. So it's a quiet one. We could go lower. We could stay here. We'll watch and see what's going to happen. It's one of those quiet days for GameStop, but not everybody else. AMC's off 53 cents. It's off more than GameStop is off on a percentage basis. This drop should really give GameStop about a $4 drop, but it's not happening. Matterport having a good day here, up 42 cents. One of the winners, and one of the few winners. 783 a share. High today, 788. We just set that mark just a few moments ago. We were in the 780s earlier this morning around 10:30. We backed off to 745, 750. Now we've come on again. We've traded 8.9 million in volume, and we're up 43 cents on Matterport. I don't think I have any news other than headline: Matterport shares rise 4% as 3D software maker crawls back from 52-week lows. Oh, technically, the stock was way oversold. We all know this. No surprise. The shares have just come back in the middle of a real down day. That shows you how oversold this thing is. And that's the story as I can see it. All right, other issues. Let's take a look here. We've got ME at 443 a share, down 3.5 cents. We've got Spire at 214, down 2.5 cents. ATIP down 7.5 cents to 188. Smart Rent down down a nickel right now to 640. We got Sixter down 47 cents right now at 1170. Robinhood is down 18 cents. Vanek Vector's down 838. Home Depot up 372. IBM down 70 cents. Microsoft down 365. Apple down $1.75. Goldman down $9.95 today to $3.29. It has been caught up in the banking sector's pullback because of uncertainty with respect to Russia clearing funds. There's a lot of folks now looking over towards China going, okay, if the United States and if Europe and other trading partners all gang up on Russia for what they're doing, what about China? If they start messing with Taiwan anymore and the Western countries start to say, hey, China, stop messing around with these sovereign countries, this kind of thing. China digs in, gets defiant. What happens with the bankers out there that have huge exposure in China? What we don't know right now is what the exposure level is of all the world's banks in Russia. We know a number of European banks have heavy exposure. What about here at Goldman Sachs or any other U.S. banks? But in China, we know for a fact through Hong Kong and other places, there is massive economic exposure to Chinese business loans, shipping arrangements, insurance, you name it. So we'll have to see how this all comes out. Cisco down $1 today, Facebook down $6, Amazon down 39, Tesla down 4, Google down $13 a share at the moment. Bed Bath Beyond up a couple pennies, BlackBerry unchanged, Royal Caribbean down $6.75 today. There's a drop for the first time on Royal Caribbean that means something. We haven't seen anything more than a $2 drop on Royal Caribbean stock for the longest time. We're 74 a share on Royal Caribbean after hitting a low of 73.05, down 678. There is a drop there. Norwegian is off almost 5% down to 1855. Carnival down $1.40 to 1892. So the cruise lines are taking it on the chin. Why? Fuel prices. Oil at $104 West Texas. Can you imagine the cost of fuel for a cruise ship? Airlines are getting whacked. Railroads, trucking companies, and you and I, if we're buying gas at the pump, it's going to show. And that means inflation is going to take a hit. And that means a bite out of the U.S. economy's growth might be coming along with Canada's, Europe's, Asia. I mean, it's a global issue. This isn't just a one country deal. The realization is sinking into investors. Hey, high oil prices aren't good for everybody. They're good for some entities, but not all entities. And here we are watching the cruise lines today take it on the chin. Target having a wonderful day today, up $20 a share to $220, 10% gain. Why? Because they came out with fantastic financial results this morning, beating the street and just pouring on profits. The management at Target have managed to figure out and stick handle through all the supply logistical issues, or let's say most of them, and its bottom line is reflective of a pretty good strategy here. The retailer is climbing nicely. JP Morgan down 630, Costco up $4, Walmart up 79 cents, the entire retail group being helped along. But it's going to get more expensive for retailers to be retailers. Shipping costs, they're going to go higher. Nvidia down 930. We've got Twitter up 37 cents. We have American Airlines down 94 cents to 16.30. We've got Moderna down 333 to $150 a share. Airbnb is up $1.56, and I'm wondering, why would Airbnb be up today if we're going to have a slowdown in travel? If crude prices are going to 120, 130 a barrel, the cost of travel by jet, rail, bus, car is going to be way higher. Wouldn't that hold up travel by folks who are going to, kind of close in? We'll see. Of course, if we see the loosening of the pandemic, if that is easing off dramatically, then hundreds of millions of people will want to travel because they finally can, and they'll probably just pay the price to go. And maybe Airbnb is being caught up in that kind of mentality where the shares are higher. Boeing down 1076 to 194. Higher jet fuel prices don't necessarily mean more sales for planes. However, gotta say, Airbus and Boeing are producing planes now that are way more fuel efficient than they were 10, 20 years ago. And so the planes that are being replaced today versus the planes that were bought 30 years ago, 20 years ago, way more fuel efficient. It is in an airline's best interest to attempt to roll over your fleet while interest rates are low. And if we're going to see low interest rates for the next year without rate increases, the way this treasury market is screaming at us, there's no way we're going to see higher rates. If I were an airline, I'd be locking in deals for jets at the lowest price possible with the lowest financing possible to increase the efficiency of my fleet, considering that prices for the fuel might go higher. It's a high wire act, to say the least. Anyway, there's a rundown of where we're at right now. We've got 37 minutes to go until we shut down for the day. Dow, unfortunately, is down 617 points. We've tried a couple of rallies today to come out of the funk. We've had three of them now. We had the first one around this just after noon today. Looks like it was between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. It couldn't come all the way back, so we backed off, had a second rally that lasted until about 2:30, then we backed off. But now we've had a third rally here during the hour that I'm on here so far, and we got into the 400s and backed off a little bit, but we're not seeming to back off as far. Now the question is this going to be the fourth wave coming up in the last 30 minutes to bring us within a couple of hundred points of the close of the drop, or are we going to just give it up? At the moment, we're down 584 on the Dow. We're down 64 on S&P. We're down 198 on NASDAQ, but 1.4 to 1.7% on all three indexes. Crude, 104.36 in Texas, $8.64 gain today on West Texas Intermediate. What a run we have had here. Absolutely unbelievable. German markets lost almost 4%. France lost 4%. Car dealers got hit. Car companies, banks in Europe got whacked. They see the future in a way not good, because if gas prices are going to run dramatically, because Brent is now at 104, 105, 106, fuel prices in Germany are going to go much, much higher. That'll retard sales of vehicles. Obviously, if you're Tesla, it's got to be good for Tesla. You're an electric car maker. You would think that Tesla shares would have a wonderful run. We are only off $4 a share in a real terrible market. Not bad. Funny thing too is Tesla's competitors are one by one coming out to the woodshed here to get whacked, because they're all admitting that they can't produce or will not be producing the number of cars that had been projected to be produced, because we were all hopeful that everything would be just perfect and they would hit these rosy projections of fantastic car sales, high volumes of vehicles, and they're not able to get over the logistical problems. Tesla has demonstrated now for 2 straight years, and especially in the last year of this pandemic, they can deliver cars, even in a chip shortage environment. Think about the fact that a Tesla is in effect a computer on wheels. And these guys are delivering more vehicles now than they've ever done before, and they're ramping it up. At the moment, Tesla is actually producing vehicles with one hand tied behind their back, because they're waiting their final clearance to operate the Giga Berlin factory for European deliveries. They haven't got that going through. That's months and months behind with regulatory issues. I'm amazed Germany isn't stepping it up and getting that plant certified, whatever those logistics are. It's just not happening fast enough. There is a war in Ukraine, And then Texas, Giga Texas. It is behind, but it is operational. They are bringing out vehicles from that plant. Most of them are quality control type vehicles, where they're checking to make sure that when they come off the line, that every component, everything fits properly, everything is produced in a high standard of quality, so that way they have full confidence in releasing every Model Y that they build in that plant and any other version of plant, a car that they're going to produce. So we'll see. Somebody leaving?
We're going to go get an outdoor beer.
Okay.
And her some food.
And enjoy. Jennifer and Jennifer Jr. are heading out because it's kind of nice outside today. It's a beautiful day, nice and warm, and this allows me just to dance and take my clothes off like we normally do when I'm on the air, just us without these kids around. We can just go crazy around here. They're definitely leaving. There you go. I've scared them out of here. I knew it would work. It was just a matter of time. I had to just start slipping off my socks, start peeling down my pants here on the side. Next thing you know, they're leaving. We're going out for a beer. How about that? They're encouraging me now. It's crazy. It's insanity. Anyway, folks, welcome to the channel. We're trying to close this market up. Are we going to have any kind of a decent close or not? We're down 585 on the Dow, 67 on S&P, and NASDAQ down 212. So SoFi is what we're wondering about. It's 1138, down 7 cents. It's had a couple of runs to try to come up, but hasn't done it. Gamestop off $2.99 a share to $120.35, approaching its low of the day. AMC's off 67 cents. Matterport hanging right in there at $7.79 a share. 9.4 million on Matterport, defying the market, saying, no way, we're not backing off, man. We are oversold and we're going higher. You guys can catch up to us later because we're coming on. ATIP, by the way, the low on ATIP today, 177.5 a share. Now we are at 186. We're still off 9.5 cents. It's not like this is happy times, but boy, we were down to 177. 2.88 million traded on ATIP. And I got nothing to tell you. I have no stories, no updates, no news today. It's just trading lower, and we're in an environment that is not helping as far as the overall mood of the market. No question about that. ATIP just has to keep plugging along and try to grow. Spire down 3.5 cents to 213. It's not far behind. It was positive this morning on the opening, couldn't hold that gain, and now it's at $2.13 a share. Smart Rent was positive this morning, but it's down 7. And Sextera was up this morning, but now down down 50 cents on Sextera. This is probably the lowest price for the stock in quite a while. I wonder. Well, I should correct myself. February the 11th, so early part of February, we were down to briefly 11.20 a share. That's the last time we saw this kind of pricing. And before then, to be down in these levels would have been December the 14th, would have been the other time that we were down here. The shares back in October for Sextera were 877 at the time, and they had run to new all-time highs just a couple of days ago, 1353. $5 run, and at this moment today, we're down 54 cents. The volume, 133,000. We don't have a massive bunch of trading going on here. There's not much happening. All right, there it is. Those are the stocks. The Dow's down 666 right now with 30 minutes to go. All right. AMC is going to have earnings released today. Also, that could have an effect on GameStop, says AZ. Let's see here. What is this? Bobby, is this the second day of climbing for Matterport, where Matterport shares have gone up sort of 2 days in a row now? Well, actually, it's had a good week. I'll tell you, back on the 23rd of February, we were at 617. And then on the 24th, we were down to 589. We hit the low of 571 on the 24th of February. 571. We're now at 770. So we've 775. We've climbed over $2 since the 24th of November. So the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, the first 6 good days in a row here, climbing on this stock. Doesn't seem to want to let up. It's not like absolute straight. It's kind of step down, step up, step down, step another couple. Up we go. 9.5 million today. This recovery, I'll tell you, there was one day, February the 16th, I think it was. We went from 805 down to this low 6 range. We're coming on. If we can break through 805 and then get to 820, we'll be back to mid-February. And if we can break up over 940 a share, we haven't seen that since the beginning of February. And in the last 3 months on Matterport, we went from, oh man, it's unbelievable. We were at $28 plus, $31 a share December the 1st. $31 December 1, lost it all the way down to the 5 level, 571 only last week. So the $2 recovery so far. We have a ways to go yet on our old Matterport. Come on, Matterport. Give it to us. Give us a shot. Let's go. Whew, unbelievable. The Dow down 666, S&P down 70, NASDAQ down 233, oil at 104 a barrel in Texas. We're obviously running higher than that in Europe, obviously with Brent. If we're 104 in Texas, you can pretty well count on Brent being $2 or $3 or $4 higher than this. So lots of uncertainty in the oil market. Thank you, Mr. Putin. Thank you very much for invading Ukraine and upsetting the apple cart. Unbelievable. Let's see. What else is going on here? Larry's saying, hi, everybody. He's getting ready in 27 minutes to ring the bell. T-Jack, hi, Uncle Bruce. SoFi made a move within 1 minute from 1154 to 1185. Did every stock and option trader order get executed in that spike? I don't know, my friend. I can't answer that question. But it did do a run. That's true. Don't microwave cats is saying to T-Jack, I had a sell order for $10 calls at 218 that got filled in that spike. I got taken out. So all right, there you go. Right now 1140 on SoFi, down a nickel on the day at this point, as we are coming into the close. And after the bell, we'll find out what SoFi's financials, what that report's going to look like. All righty. Thank you all for being here and coming through. It's great to see you. We're in Las Vegas right now, and we're trying to stay on top of this developing market. It's crazy. Got a poll question on the go right now. If you can get a chance to answer it, please do. We've had 204 respondents to the question. The statement really: West Texas Intermediate will go over 125 a barrel by the end of this week. The way this market's going, 46% are saying yes, it will. 54 saying no, it will not. 204. That is a pretty close poll today on this one. We obviously are watching this either way. I mean, man, what a day. You get a couple more $8 days and you are over 125. Amazing. Thank you for the 148 thumbs up so far, everybody. I do appreciate that. It sure makes a difference to the analytics when thumbs ups come in the early part of the show. I appreciate that. Tiff wants to know, TIF, Uncle Bruce, what are your thoughts on Rocket Lab earnings from last night? I really would like to know. I haven't had time to read the absolute financials yet, but I sure liked everything about that statement. I only wish that we had an 800-point gain today in the markets on one of those up days, and this was the day that we're digesting the Rocket Lab news. My hunch is that if Rocket Lab had not brought out those numbers last night and told us how well they're doing, we could be lower. But as it is, we're off 46 cents on Rocket Lab at this moment in time at 9.08 a share. The shares have traded 4.5 million. They opened at 965, dropped right away to 893, like boom, went down to 893 in 10 minutes, then came back up to this 970 range, then backed off to 920 and have been hanging around this 910, 20, 30 range. Right now we're at 908 at this moment in time, down 45 cents. The market is not really paying attention to Rocket Lab's earnings. Now, there could well be a number of people who speculated this week on jumping into the Rocket Lab stock, hoping there would be a real shot last night in the aftermarket, this morning's pre-market, and then today. But when the news came out about interest rates in the U.S. And worldwide getting pummeled with this market, and then the Dow, going down, Nasdaq, the German market down, everything else. It's just the wrong atmosphere for this news right now. By the way, that 10-year Treasury for the United States, 1.722%. For the 10-year, that is way off. Germany has gone negative again on interest rates. So Rocket Lab has come up with positive news talking about we're over $500 million now back ordered for rocket launches. We have over $500 million of orders to launch satellites. We have bought 2 or 3 different companies and are merging them into our company to grow our business. We don't just launch satellites now, we build them. We're building our rockets, we're growing our divisions, we're becoming a full space company. We're now negotiating contracts with NASA and other agencies to launch for these agencies. Heavier payloads, deeper space delivery. Rocket Lab is becoming a full-blown space company, and the future of space companies is massive, absolutely massive, trillions and trillions of dollars of potential. None of it matters today. None of it. No one is listening to this message. It's utterly irrelevant, as if it absolutely doesn't matter today. So we're up against a market that's just not interested in hearing this kind of info today. We're looking at a market that is watching one thing and one thing only, and that is Ukraine and all, obviously, the spin-offs from it. And that's what we're dealing with. 908 right now on Rocket Lab. SoFi, 1139, down 6 cents. Gamestop, 119.62, down $3.72. Gamestop is pushing the low of the day around right now. We'll see just how this all plays itself out. GameStop 119.08 was the low trade today. And we may have just set that a few minutes ago. We're at 119.60 at the moment. The Dow right now down 596, now down 608. Doesn't seem to have any kind of a recovery coming. We still have 20 minutes to go. So yeah, we could see 200 points of improvement. Brent at 105.70. I'm just looking at the Bloomberg screen over here. Brent is at 105.70 a barrel. Texas is 104.28 a barrel. With those kinds of numbers, today with the shot, that's not helping markets, not at all. Gold up $40 an ounce to $942. Gold seemed to be in this 1900 to 1925 range. It broke out today to 1942 bucks an ounce. That's the deal there. Just seeing another headline coming in. FIFA, that is the world's federation for football, soccer. They have kicked Russia out of the World Cup until further notice over invasion of Ukraine. Russian soccer fans, opera fans, Formula One fans, tennis, any sporting event where Russians compete internationally, more and more federations are kicking Russian teams out of competition. Again, I come back to the Olympics we just had. I figured there was no way Putin was going to make a move into Ukraine during the games, but as soon as the games were over, all bets were off, and sure enough, he made his move, and there you have it. So they got for their friends, the Chinese, Putin didn't invade Ukraine for his buddies in China to let them have the Winter Games, pull off their propaganda campaign domestically to all their Chinese, slaves that they've evicted, they've trapped over there, and then boom, within hours, the troops started to move in Ukraine, and here we are. Is it any surprise? I don't know how there's a surprise. My average on Spire is 369, says my next pair. Right on. Austin, do you think it's still too early to write calls against SoFi if there's a pop due to earnings? I've been waiting for it to return to 20. I wouldn't do anything right now on SoFi. I wouldn't write any calls on SoFi right now. I really would leave SoFi alone for the rest of the week. You got to leave it alone tonight. Obviously, tomorrow, it's possible that if the numbers are dramatic enough, that we will likely have a lot of new analytical updates on SoFi from analysts, and that could be calling the stock a lot higher than what we're even talking about. So stand by for that. You don't want to get selling too soon, but by next week, let's see where we're at. Wouldn't it be great if we're pushing 18 to 20 bucks a share, and we are talking about writing call options on SoFi? Sure, can't wait. Let's see. So let's go. BZ is saying, I'm already under the impression that you don't have any pants on, Bruce. I'm already under that. You're going to have to get the camera to come down here. What can I say? GameStop just dropped another $1, says Gayotti. I'm showing it at 119.42 right now. GameStop 119.42. The low of the day here, 119.08. Now 119.19, but the low of the day, 119.08. Let's see here. Here we go. Sell my house at Fast in Upper Marlboro, saying Rocket Lab is building their first launch pad at Wallops Island, Virginia. I go camping there at least 3 times a year. Can't wait to watch my investment literally go to the moon. Right on. Hello. I was able to pick up ATIP expiry January 19th, 2024. $2.50 calls for 70 cents this morning. That's an interesting bet. Long term, why not? $70 a contract for 2024 ATIP. Duncan, hi there, simpletons. Bobby reports SoFi's buy with target 100%, 1,000% increase, says Bobby Atkinson. Bobby Atkinson has now rated SoFi as a buy. Thank you, Bobby Atkinson, and it's a 1,000% increase. Thank you very much for that. And Duncan saying I'm in meetings all day here. DJ, I got 50 shares of Goldman Sachs, and I want to buy additional 50 right now. But given the current situation with falling 10-year rate, would you recommend me buying or waiting? You can't go wrong buying 50 more shares of Goldman Sachs here. The price of this stock at 328, trading at 5.5 times earnings. You go right ahead and grab those, and now you have 100 shares, and you can be a call writer just on your 100 shares at a really good average. Yeah, you're going to be just fine. Alberto says, hey, I'm here now, Uncle, you can start. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you very much. 15 minutes to go. We are running this market down 693 now, unfortunately, on the Dow. Hitting lows again. Rocket Lab down 49 to 905. SoFi is down only a dime to 1135. Coyote, my bid is in for my GameStop buybacks. It's the dirt. You know where they can find me. GameStop 118.69. Those of you who've written contracts, hopefully some of you are running into some contracts coming to your stake bids in an option market near you. Looking good. 1858, 1866. Keep your eyes on those contracts, those bids and asks, and scoop your contracts for profits sooner rather than later. I love it. I work for Wendy, says, just remember, there's always a pullback before a tsunami. SoFi on a 3-month level looks glued to 1140. Alberto, I put in a stink bid for 5 shares of Google. I have no problem waiting for the price to dip. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You got her, buddy. Right there, our friends over at Google, they're at $2,674, down $23 a share. These shares are trading at like $137 a piece on a post-split basis. They're going to split 20 to 1. And if you get 5 shares, you end up with 100 Google after the split. That's July, and now you can write options. Interesting. Let's see. We'll see what's going on here. BW is saying, seems folks would rather chase a space company, Astra, who can't seem to fly straight up for takeoffs, but rather good at hovering sideways and or losing NASA payloads in low orbit. We'll keep Rocket Lab. Thank you very much. Way to go, BW. Hang on to that, Rocket Lab. 904. We're down 686 on the Dow, 13 on a SoFi. GameStop 118.62, down 472. Low of the day on GameStop now, 118.53. We're right near the low of the day. AMC 1801, down 85 cents. Matterport still up 28 cents to 769. ME only off 8.5 cents. Spire's down only 4 cents. ATIP at 189.5, down 6.5 cents. Smart Rent down 7 cents. We have got small drops on a good chunk of our stocks here. Cyxtera still down 51 at 1166. All right. Jeff is saying, laughing out loud, Gowdy, come and get me, baby. Come and get me. DJ, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Austin, earnings coming up. I feel alive until earnings come out, and then I feel dead. Nicholas, my goodness, I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl for earnings, says Nicholas. Michael, I'm going to regret not writing SoFi calls if it drops after earnings. The premiums were juicy today. Well, that might be a hint that the street is thinking something good is about to happen, and that's why there are juicy premiums on these shares. It could be a most interesting run. We're down 708 on the Dow. The Dow is not helping today. The Rocket Lab down 52, SoFi down 14, GameStop 118.64, 118.88 on GameStop. All right. Oil at 104.41 in Texas. Okay, let's see here. Michael, yeah, too risky though, I guess, is what he's saying. Bobby, Apple Woke Sky is getting into the space business. I read today, cleanup space project, probably something like Spire. I sold a GameStop contract, says Zeta State, with a 140 strike price, premium $4 to expire March 11th. I need a little bit of stability, question mark. Interesting. Alberto, Cindy, thank you. We are watching everything here in the last 11 minutes of the day. What a day it is. Down 726 on the Dow, 83 on S&P, 283-point drop on NASDAQ, as we are coming to you live from Las Vegas. Thank you for answering my poll question today. The question was, West Texas Intermediate will go over 125 a barrel this week. We have 3 more days to go. Will get West Texas oil go over 125? 48% of 248 people say yes, it will. 52% say no, it will not. That is a very close poll on this question. That's pretty cool. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Keep giving us your responses. Let us know. While you're taking that poll question, do us a favor. Try to hit the thumbs up button on this telecast. We have 181 thumbs ups right now going on. Do appreciate that. We have 389 of you here. So if the other 200 of you who are hanging around, which haven't done anything on the up or down question, thumbs up question, hit that thumbs ups and we'll get over 350 in no time. That would be really cool, guys. Help us out with that. 766 is the down dip on the Dow right now. 92 points on S&P as it's coming in under more pressure right now on this day. We're down 2.1% or 292 points on the NASDAQ, 2% on S&P, and 2.1% on the Dow. So NASDAQ has passed the Dow to drop more than the Dow has been dropping. All day, the Dow was the leader on the downside. NASDAQ has now caught it and passed it. 11.24 down 21 cents on SoFi, coming into the final 9 minutes, and then we hear about earnings. Gamestop down $4.91 a share to $118.43. I think this is the new low of the day, or in that neighborhood anyway. $118.38. This is the low of the day. I'm hoping that a bunch of you are able to score your GameStop contracts, that some of you are putting in stink bits to buy them back. Hopefully you'll be able to do that. Keep an eye on those. We might drop more tomorrow. We might not. We'll see. AMC, $17.96, down 90 cents. That's kind of like the Dow being off, the GameStop being off $7. So GameStop has yet to really catch up to the drop on AMC. Matterport, $7.66, the one green in all of our stocks. It's 25 cents up on Matterport, $7.66 a share, the only one that's green. Spire down 3.5, ATIP off 6, SmartRent down 9. Those are close, but not green. Home Depot up 3.12, it's green. And it's hard to find green stocks. Target up 19.40, that had a great earnings report this morning. And Costco up 161. Walmart up 50 cents right now. And let's take a look here. Who else is green today? Is there any other green stocks out there? On my sheet, Workday up $10.87. Coinbase up $4.79 because the cryptos are higher today. Cryptos are higher. Boeing down $11. AT&T down 27 cents. Intel down 167. Micron down 306. Moderna down 517 to 148. Yep, we got red all right. Nvidia down $11. JP Morgan down 580. Royal Caribbean down $7.50 a share on Royal Caribbean. 73.15. The one thing that the cruise lines cannot avoid is the absolute nightmare of higher fuel prices. And with crude and Brent over 100 a barrel, you are going to start noticing the cruise lines are going to implement a surcharge of $10 a day per passenger. You can count on that coming in the not too distant future if oil doesn't quickly retreat, but it doesn't look like it for a while, and there may well be $10 surcharges on cruises per day per person. So you taking a 1 week cruise, family of 4, $40 a day more. Times 7 days, $280. All of a sudden, cruising doesn't get to be as cheap as it was before. Kind of getting interesting. This is hurting the cruise stocks right now. Google off 23, Tesla down 13.91, Amazon down 66, Facebook down 8.50, Cisco down $1.33, Goldman down 11.68, Apple down 2.62, Microsoft at 2.93, down $5. IBM down 133. Home Depot only winner, 371 gain right now. Vanik down 1050 per ETF unit. The Dow down 692 on Rocket Lab 902 down 52. SoFi 11.29 down 16 cents. GameStop 118.96 down 4.38. AMC 18.02, 85 cents lower. That's where we're at right now. Let's go. What else is being asked of me here? Michael saying to Austin, I could have pulled in 10,800 if I had written SoFi 1250s when I was thinking about doing this. Yeah, Michael, but on the other hand, you might be pretty happy in a couple of days you didn't do it. If these guys pop to 15, 16, you can write much higher strike prices, and that's going to mean a heck of a big difference, and you'll bring in the cash anyway. Let's see what's going on. What else? Vilbus, I'm just sitting back and watching my GameStop 120s for Friday. They are out of the money. The stock's 118.77. He's written 120s. He's letting them depreciate every hour that goes by. They're worth less money. Yeah, Alberto, Zed, GameStop and stability. I hear you. $140 is a nice one, though. I've been sticking to the 130s. As the ones I've been writing. Vilbus, I am thumbs up number 184, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Vilbus, for stepping in there and nailing that thumbs up button. I got 207 thumbs up showing now, guys. Thank you so much for reacting to my pleas for thumbs ups. They're coming in and you're doing it, and I appreciate it. We have 265 people responding to the poll question. Will Texas Intermediate go over $125 a barrel by the end of the week? 48% say yeah. 52 say no out of 265. That is neck and neck on that one. Thank you, everybody, for helping out and being here. This market stinks, says BW. 4 minutes to go. Week over week turmoil occurs. It's either the Fed, we go down, POTUS, we go down, companies give good earnings, we go down, Putin the putts, we go way down. Very tired of this. I hear you, my friend. The Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, quick, smart to buy some $10 SoFi puts for this Friday, just in case earnings are fatal. They're around 40, could always sell tomorrow. If you think 40 cents insurance will do it, I just look at it long term. This stock's going higher. There's no question. Austin, it's starting to drop. Zed, I feel 140 is a secure bet. I hear you, my friend. Nothing wrong with that. Nelson picked up some more. Rocket Lab at $8.99. Way to go, Nelson. Stealing paper, $9.08 now. You're already up 9 cents on this stuff. Karim, I like that idea at credit. Cindy, Affirm was up most of the day, but just took a dip. Duncan, my 1 month still down 7%. Michael, awesome. We just have to beat 17 cents loss per share or better. Austin, Uncle Bruce, do you think Home Depot will bounce back to the 350 range before the big dump next week? I've been holding off writing calls on it to see what happens. Well, again, even if you do write calls and they go up, you'll roll them over. You don't have to worry about that. If they want to pop up $10, it's okay. You'll buy your calls back towards expiry, and you'll sell new calls at a higher strike further out. You'll bring the same amount of money in, and you're fine. So not to worry, Austin. Whatever you feel cool doing there. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, I sold a GameStop 126 for this Friday at $7. It's trading right now 260 to 3. Should I raise the stink bid right now at 137? Well, it's 119 now on the stock, so it's pumped up a little bit, Mirko. You can buy them today or wait till tomorrow. I mean, the market might be down 400 or 500 points to start tomorrow morning. You never know. And then scoop them even lower. I mean, today was not a big move in GameStop, was it? It wasn't like a wide move. But what if they're 114 tomorrow morning? You'll be happy. GameStop is usually an easy play with this volatility, but this week it's been all about Theta, which is a lot scarce since it requires patience. I don't have a lot of that. BW all this time railing against wealthy people. Corporations seem silly. It's time to call off the war on fossil fuels and fight for America's middle class. That should bring calm to inflation pressures. There you go. Oh, my. Zed Estate, to the credit, I've got over 5,000 shares. Should I buy the insurance or not? We're just about closed here. We're coming into the final moments. We're down 582 on the Dow. Little recovery right now, but not much. And Austin, Michael, my gut tells me SoFi numbers aren't going to be so good, or I would have released them early February, following up with Technisys deal, bank charter. They could have had a good news coming out every week. Well, they spend a lot of money on advertising, says Austin. Cindy, I'm number 210. Right on. We'll find out. We're ready to hit the bells. We're just about there. Yep, it's almost there. as the day is coming to a close. We're down 607 on the Dow, and we'll see what is going on. There was an alpha pre-release report on SoFi just popped up in my feed. SoFi 1124, down 20. Rocket Lab 910. GameStop 119.46 at the moment. Matterport holding a 32-cent gain. There you go. Well, we'll see what's going on. Bart, I'm thumbs up number 241. DQ, I'm thumbs up number 244, buddy. Right on. Thank you guys for helping me out. The poll question, 48% are saying yes, we're going to hit 125 a barrel this week. Maybe more than that. 52% say no way. 286 votes on the poll question, 252 thumbs up. So you guys are awesome. The bells are ringing. They're clapping in relief. It's over. It's over. And look at that, Larry Titus yet again ringing the bells for us to shut this baby down on the market hours. Getting out of here with a 598 loss on the Dow, 67 S&P, and the Russell down 39 points. NASDAQ down 307. What a crazy day today with so much news. Matter of fact, NASDAQ only lost 218. Pardon me. That was a recovery of 100 odd points. Nicely done. S&P down 67, Dow down 598. All right. Apple has just halted all product sales in Russia. Pardon me. Apple just halted all product sales in Russia. Very interesting. Cam said, I thought it was 244. Nick says, I'm 253. Hallow Smith says, let's go SoFi. 1120 last trade on SoFi. At the end of the day, 11.29 in the aftermarket, up 9 cents. Well, let's see what happens. Show me the numbers on SoFi. Mirko, thanks, Uncle Bruce. I let the stink bid. I left it right where it is. I'm just going to leave it right where it is. If it hits $550 per contract for 4 days, let's just see what happens. Right on, buddy. Shrugs is saying up, let's go. 11.39 on SoFi, up 19 cents in the aftermarket as we now wait for the final numbers, the quarterly results for our friends at SoFi. GameStop 119.45 up 41 cents. In the aftermarket, 119.45 up 41. Now let's pop up SoFi on my big ass iPad and keep an eye on it on my big screen here. SoFi 11.49, 11.54 up 34 cents at the moment. On 1.5 million, it seems to indicate. I don't know if that's accurate. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll watch for SoFi's announcement. Over on Apple, I'm curious to see what this is having. Apple trading at 163.27 in the aftermarket. It is up 7 cents right now at this moment in time. All righty, we're watching for and waiting to see what SoFi is going to say. We're trading at 11.40 on that stock, up 20 cents in the aftermarket. Apple up 8 cents to 163.28 as it announces no sales to Russia effective immediately. Well, we'll see how this goes. Joanne, thanks for getting show, Bruce. See everybody in the morning. Take care. Thank you, Joanne. Show me the money, says Nicholas. Back to 11.40 on SoFi. What time do we know on SoFi? My eye is on Innovio right now. Michael thinks 5 o'clock. That is when the conference call will be held. We're waiting to see the financial release coming out. The releases come out earlier, Michael says. He's correct. They released the financial results earlier. VIX closed at 33.94, up 3.79, 12% gain on the fear index. That doesn't help, but that's the way it is. And we'll wait and see now on SoFi. 11.29 last trade, up 9. We're going to see a lot of jumping around here for a few minutes until it's official. Austin figures it's out any minute. The call is in an hour. Thumbs for Pitcomb. And neat from Pitcomb to edge that SoFi stock even higher. Well, let's just see what's going to happen. Apple has halted all product sales in China, effective immediately. Stan Scaly, hey, buddy. Hi, Bruce. Can I have your honest opinion? I bought a deep in-the-money call option on SoFi. It expires in August. I used my 100 shares as a collateral. In retrospect, I know this is a bad move. What is the best course of action? Well, Stan, again, you got it in SoFi. The company is about to release financials. We'll see what happens here. A lot of us here, and my personal hunch is that the stock will do better going forward than we've had. We were as low as 880 last week. We've come out of that hellhole to where we are now at 1139 a share. And earnings are coming out. They keep acquiring other companies. They got their bank chart. I mean, everything is working corporately for this company. And if you can hang tough and not do anything, let the market keep coming on, as I hope it will, you will not have any problems. But Stan, minute to minute, day to day, I cannot tell you, exactly what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. We're just waiting here for SoFi to release any kind of financials. The market trading might reveal it to us. We'll see just how the stock goes. If anyone sees a headline, let me know. Heard in the news today that Disney and Warner Brothers won't release any new movies in Russia. That's right. Stan, you bought a deep in the money call or sold a deep in the money call? There's another question I need to know. That's right. Chrome, I hate to say it, but I think SoFi's over. It's at the end of the day, and we're still taking a dump. Nothing has saved us as we're advertising bank charter, blah, blah, blah. Chrome Punisher is not so optimistic. The amount of shares owned on this channel, Notor should come on here and report personally. Marco, Stan, are you sure you bought a call? You won't need collateral in that case. Sure thing, Chrome Punisher. They are going bankrupt. That's what Test Donkey thinks. I don't think so. I think you folks are a little off the mark on your SoFi guesses there. Where are we now? We're at 1143, up 23 cents. On the aftermarket, 1149 now, climbing again. SoFi is up in the aftermarket, says Mark Gibson. We are now 1149 on the stock, up 29 cents. Daniel's thinking Chrome Punisher, he's a shorter. He's shorting that stuff. That's what's going on. Apple is up 27 cents to 163.47 after announcing they were cutting off sales to Russia. The 10-year Treasury in the U.S., 1.7275 today. A big drop from yesterday. 1148, last trade on SoFi. 1148. Let's go SoFi. Yeah, we're going to see what happens here. Hewlett-Packard is reporting earnings as well. They're showing a higher an up move of 59 cents a share, up 3.8% in the aftermarket. Hewlett-Packard adjusted earnings per share 53 cents versus 46. So they're a little bit better off. Waiting for SoFi's official announcement. 11:32 last trade. And let's see what else is going on. We'll see what happens here. Salesforce coming out with numbers. They're up $10 a share. Salesforce, am I right on this? Or is it CRM? I'm not sure what's going on here. Salesforce is 26% higher in revenues. And they are looking better on that one as well. So those coming out. 1137 up 17 on SoFi right now, waiting for that. Lots of going on out there, kids. Lots going on right now. Watching the Bloomberg, watching my screen, watching your comments, watching the stock. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Let's see. Credit average. Okay, hear me out, Uncle Bruce. If SoFi goes to the nines on bad earnings, I make a bit of cash. I make a bit of cash with my puts, and I use that money to buy more SoFi shares. If it pops, then I sell puts and covered calls tomorrow and make more money that way. Well, there you are. I mean, win-win. AMC is reporting today also, says Testy Donkey. AMC shares, let's take a look at them. How are they doing? 1872 up 37 cents right now. Dustin, everyone is beating. Just print the report, please. Let's see, it's been 8 minutes. All they need to do is grow the business, says Daniel to Chrome Punisher. That's what messes up shorting. Glad you made some money on the way down, though. 1137 on SoFi. waiting for the report. 1872 up 37 cents on AMC at the moment. And we are waiting to see what SoFi is going to say. There we go. Take a look here on my computer if I see anything anywhere over here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Wondering what is gonna happen. And over here on news, 11:30 on SoFi, up a dime. Okay. And nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Waiting on SoFi. Okay, and over here we go. 11:33 last indicated. Now 11:45. We're jumping around a little bit here as usual on SoFi, as usual. All right. Still nothing out that I can see anywhere. 11:36 last trade on SoFi. Okay, and there we are, watching, and watching for any news. 11:36 on SoFi, and AMC 1872 up 37 cents. I have nothing at this point. I see nothing anywhere. Unless anyone sees something, you let me know. Let's go. Nicholas saying it's out. It's out. SoFi dropping like a hot potato. I'm showing 1140. SoFi 286 gap revenue up 67%. Let's go. It's beat the spread. It's on their site, says Amongst Great Danes. I'm showing 1090 right now. SoFi down 30 cents at the moment. 1090 just a moment ago. 1041 on SoFi. Ben is saying 1026. SoFi's dropping. Record 523,000 quarterly new members, adds up 39% sequentially. Record gap and adjusted revenue for fourth quarter and full year fourth quarter, 286 million, up 67%, 280 million adjusted revenue, up 54%. SoFi climbing fast, now popping. 1122 I'm showing. 1192 Mallow saying, oh, it's going, says Mike. 1196 says Ben. Bobby up 73. I'm showing 1134 last trade. Down then up. Shrug says 12. Scully 1290. Let's see. I don't know. I haven't got this at all. Flying up says Ben. Jennifer 1209. SoFi kicked ass as credits average. That guy says 1213. DQ it's over 12. Shrugs 2020. Holy moly, says Testy Donkey. 1221 says Scully. I'm trying to get updates. I'm showing 1201 right now on my big ass iPad. Michael, okay, I finally made the right call without writing. Yeah. Mallow 1214. Hallow is it's over 12. Jennifer, let's go. Mark, it's running now. Jersey Todd 12 over 12 says Nelson. Bobby hitting up 12 line. Hallow, we have a runner. See ya, tens. Here we come. $20. Michael, congrats. Broski, good job. Austin, let's go. Ben, I bought 100 contracts deep in the money, expiring 311. Mark, 1206. I'm showing $12. I'm showing 1225 now on my screen. I don't know how accurate I am right now. Credit saying hello 13. Quarterly losses 15 cents a share on SoFi. Angela, SoFi soaring. Mark 1212. And Michael saying Austin back to 20, then we win. Jennifer, our quotes are all over the place. LL 1238. Bobby 1223. Mark, go to CNBC now. Jennifer to infinity. Mike, see ya, man. Nelson, this never happens. Yeehaw, says Splair. Looks like I print money tomorrow. The Savior, Padre, we got stuff I can't read. Don't know what you're looking at. 1225. Let me take a look now. 1248 now I'm showing. Alex 1230. Adventure Duncan Dow dropped 600 today. Yahoo showing 1230. Members coming in big. Members came in big. Record personal loan obligation, says Amongst Great Danes, of more than 1.6 billion in the fourth quarter. 20, we're up a billion or 168% year over year, and more than double fourth quarter to 19 pre-pandemic total. Mallow 1226, 1244. I'm showing quarterly sales of 279 million. LL 1245, Farragut 1242, BZ 1242, just saw 1246, 1265, 1275. Great guidance beat 1 billion. Expected loss was 18. We lost 15. Yay. Nicholas, 1.57 billion revenue project for next year, 55% more. It's another bump up again. 1241. I'm showing millions of shares trading. I'm showing 3.2 now on the volume. That guy says 1260, 1278, 1271. CNBC is talking about SoFi. Coyote, I can smell my SoFi break even from here. Oh, yeah. Angela, 1270 on SoFi. I wonder how my friend Nick is doing today. Hi, Nick. How are you doing out there in Blythe, California? Kind of a sleepy little town. Did you hang out at? I have a suspicion you're kind of happy right now. Michael, I saw 1276. 1280 says LL. 1256, 1270, 130. It's going. Dustin, 520,000 new members. What's the guidance? Thumbs ups for Uncle Bruce. Everybody give Bruce thumbs ups. Did Henry and Donna come back to life? What was going on with those two? 1250, 1235, 3.3 million. We're all over this thing everywhere on SoFi. Holy moly macaroni. You gotta love this. Thank you, Mr. Carver, for your attachment. I got it. People are sending me emails and they're letting me know, and I'm live and I'm watching it. Sweet. I bought a few SoFi puts for Friday and couldn't be happier. They're getting wrecked. Finally, SoFi is flying. Now you know why there were these premiums, these big fat premiums on SoFi calls, right? Now you know. Finally, Michael, it's better not close over 1250 on Friday or under. There you go. Jennifer, oh my, Uncle Bruce reading our messages, just too funny. I'll definitely watch back at double the speed for giggles. That's all I'll say, says Mike. That guy, 82 million volume. I don't know if that's true. I see 3.3 fighting at 1250. I'm waiting for it to go to $20. Tomorrow it's going to be wild. Everything actually green. Dude, I'm so relieved it didn't drop like a rock. Gotta win one every once in a while. Let's crush the shorters. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, says Nelson. I like Bruce all hyped up on Pepsi. Michael, I was patient, Bruce, as hard as it was. I was patient, Bruce, as hard as it was, says Michael. Nick, I'm going to open an account there tonight and give business to my shares. Nick, you're going to have a pretty good week this week, I think. I think it's going to look pretty good. I like this a ton. I really do. And it's about time we get a win. Don't you think, kids? 1252, 1246. You tell me where it is. We crushed earnings, says Credit Savage. Love that my puts are getting their ass kicked. They mean nothing. Go SoFi. I'm selling cover calls tomorrow. DQ, that guy, 83 million includes the regular session. That's probably right. Man, if this is a normal economic environment, we'd be ripping. Yippee. I guess SoFi, way to go, SoFi. Yes, indeed, kids. 1248. Thank you for the thumbs ups on this show. I hope this motivates you to give me thumbs ups. 298 of them. Thank you, guys. 47% to 53%. Yes versus no. West Texas will break 125 by the end of the week. 324 people reacting. 298 thumbs ups are in. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I love this. Love it. This is nothing, says Credit Chef. Short's got to cover tomorrow. That will pop us even more. Some short company is going to do overtime today. Austin, my brokerage account is in transit to SoFi. Couldn't transfer it earlier as I owned a very bad Spire call. Spire paid me to move my Robinhood account over last week, says SoFi. SoFi paid me, says BZ. Excuse me. Michael, I think they'll hit a positive earnings per share this year. Angela, going to buy more SoFi on any pullback. Really nice. DQ, I'm thumbs up number 306. Thank you, man. 1240 to 1251 on this SoFi right now. Up $1.20 in the aftermarket. I show 3.3 plus million, 1245 traded now, looking really good. 1245, 1246 on the stock. We are on our way. Brent, I'm super excited. SoFi's coming on. At least it almost feels weird celebrating 1250. I mean, It's only 12.50. I mean, this is weird. Yeah, sitting around 12.50. So what do? Do we write calls tomorrow? No, no. You let the stock keep going. There's resistance at 12.50, but it won't stop this stock. If the street comes in behind it tomorrow, if we see a whole bunch of analytical reports and upgrades in the next few days, watch out. 15, 18. Here we go. Let's see what it does. I could see that 12.50 shortly be gone. Cindy, yes, I'm glad I bought another 100 last week at 9.69, baby. Yeah. Stink bids were getting hit last week. People were picking up SoFi super, super dirt cheap. 8.80 was the low, remember? Remember? 8.80? Oh, man. I see a red candle says silk. Oh, my gosh. 12.36. Don't worry about the aftermarket. Worry about the real market. And it should be a lot of fun tomorrow and overnight. There'll be a lot of talk about this. I know one or some of you got SoFi at like 8.50. What idiot sold that? That's what I want to know. DQ fully expecting an article tomorrow claiming that Noto kills puppies while wearing a Putin mask. Well done, Cindy, says Michael. Big Bear, I see Anthony Noto from SoFi has started his own podcast. Blair ordered a pizza, rosa, and a tiramisu to celebrate this. DQ, Giotti, yes, I did. Rock and roll. Jennifer, Cindy, way to go. Way to go. Picking up cheap stock. Well, folks, there you have it. Some very good news because there's a few viewers on this channel that kind of like the SoFi stock. And there's a few of us that, a few of you around here that own a bunch of this stuff. $12.49 again on SoFi. It's coming on. It is coming at $12.53. Here it goes. It's coming on. To the dummies that sold me some stink bid shares at $8.99 and $9.51 areas, thank you. I will take care of your shares forever. Forever, says the Credit Savage. Thank you. Imagine the poor fool who finally had enough today at the end and sold at 11.32. Somebody sold at the end. So earnings beat, revenue beat, and good guidance only 10%. Come on now. Coyote DQ real nice. 851 actually says DQ. Easy, easy, easy. Cindy B in the 1260s. 1264, baby. Here we go. We're going higher. Duncan smiling. Michael, let's see what it does in the normal market. Cindy B, come on. Lucky 13. Mallow, 1265. That's right. 1265. 66. Nicholas, does that mean SoFi isn't getting delisted? Maybe not. 1262 says Mirko. 68 I have here. 1268, 1269. Going higher, kids. Your SoFi is going higher. All those puts that Nick wrote. Oh, my God. Nick. Writing those 2250 puts. Oh, boy, oh, boy. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. BZ 1270, baby. Dr. Walter Bish. I just got here. Go SoFi. Go Austin. I texted my wife. We had good earnings. If it was bad, I wasn't going to tell her. Mikey, well, looks like I'm rolling this $12 SoFi covered call in the morning. You might have to do a rollover. No big deal. You can do that. Michael is laughing. Austin, back to the bed I go. Mirko going higher. Thanks. That's nice. DQ Nicholas now just halted for suspicious activity, gaining share price after earnings. That's the suspicious activity. Yeah, like a lot more buyers than sellers. That's the suspicious activity. Yeah. Company that's on fire on all cylinders. Yeah. Bank charter taking over other companies, growing like crazy. Yeah, that's suspicious activity. Yeah. Already tanking, says Chrome. Congrats, SoFi. Uncle B, sorry to asking them, but what happens to my shares if SoFi gets delisted? Y'all wait until all those Russian oligarchs take their billions and dump it on SoFi instead of leaving that money to rot in Russian banks. Wait till the street comes in tomorrow and buys it up too. Bobby is going 1261. Clay, I wrote a few 1150 puts an hour ago for $1.13 expiring this Friday. I had a good feeling on those. Nelson, this was a great birthday present for me today. Thanks, SoFi, and thanks, Uncle B. Way to go, Nelson. Happy birthday. BW Bruce, it happened. You have to slide out your hotel room window on your belly down to the Vegas Strip. You choose the attire. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. 8 pounds, 13 ounces, or what was the weight of that sweet baby Jesus on Talladega Nights? 8 pounds, 6 ounces, 8 pounds, 3 ounces. Anybody remember that? Evangelist Duncan, look out, Goldman Sachs, all SoFi. Nick, I have averaged it up to 100 puts, 22.50 a piece. That's right, baby. He wrote 100 of them. 100 puts written by Nick at with 22.50s. Oh, Nick, you're gonna make money. 12.70 on SoFi. Kent, I added lots of SoFi lately. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. But now turn off your channel and go enjoy your family in Vegas, baby. DQ, now I have SoFi. Ho, ho, ho. As far as Nick goes, now I have 100 puts on SoFi. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, indeed, 12.79 on SoFi right now. Joe, DQ for the diehard win. Robert, that's the calls I bought on SoFi, smiling. Come on, baby, come on. Happy birthday, Nelson, from Sean and Wendy. God is amazing. Coyote, 8 pounds, 6 ounce, sweet baby Jesus. That's right, 8 pound, 6 ounce, sweet baby Jesus from Talladega Nights. LL, 12.85. I show 12.88. I show 12.91. Well, I think we're going to 13. Bama, babe, let's go to Vegas and gamble our SoFi winnings away. Splair, I think we're going to hit 14 tomorrow. Nelson, thank you, Sean and Wendy. Eric, my SoFi shares are green, 12.90 a share. LL says 13. I'm sniffing it, says Jersey. We're going for 13. Alex, who was that SoFi bear here earlier? Who was that? Michael, 13. I saw it. 12.94. We're hitting 14 today, says Clay. Daniel just touched 13. Just touched it. Bobby, about to break it. Going for 13, says Cloak. Nelson, Bama Babe, let's go. Sweets are cheap at Luxor. LL SoFi hit 13.03. Scully broke through 13. Here it is, 13. I just saw it. I just saw 13. Go enjoy your family, Uncle Bruce. Nelson, kiss him, 13. Come on, 13. You beautiful son of a gun. Carry on only. Let's have a party in Vegas, says Cindy. Michael, think he's bolted. Bobby, 1303, 12, 30. Yep, we're at 30. I'm seeing 13, 4.2 million traded. LL, I see 1305. Mallow, I see 1305. H. Gregory, I need 20 by March 18th. Laughing out loud. Bama Babe. DQ, I'm laughing. 1301 right now. 3-hour flight from Winnipeg. Let's go to Vegas, says Nelson. Let's go, baby. 1302 on SoFi. Meet you in the lobby at the Luxor, kids. Clay, this is insane. We've been chasing birds to get more with the hype since 12.3, but I can't get an order filled. Oh my God. 12.98, 12.91. It's gonna do this. It's gonna move. 4.6 million on the SoFi shares. What a day on the SoFi. You gotta love this. Fantastic. SoFi. 2 out of 4 calls in the money. Let the poor man dance, says Bobby. Nick, Uncle Bruce, what should be the exit strategy for me on the 100 puts? Nothing right now. You let those babies run, and you know what you're probably going to do is slowly feed them out later. You know, you'll do 20 at a time, maybe down the road. But hey, you know, this thing gets written up all night long, all morning long. We trade all day long tomorrow. What if we're 15, 16 tomorrow, right? You're going to be up a couple of bucks, serious dollars on these guys, and just let the profits come to you. Don't stop the profits early, because we know that 15, 16 bucks only brings us back to like a month ago. You know, 20 would be an outrageous run for tomorrow. I mean, that would be crazy, but 15, 16 tomorrow would not be, in the scheme of things, ridiculous. And the upside from here, again, winning begats winning. Volume brings in volume. Momentum brings in momentum. And, you know, once this thing starts to run, it'll take everything with it. So, Nick, we're going to have a good one here. We'll be busy tomorrow. Credits average. It was so quiet in the chat today, and now SoFi is flying. I think everyone was nervous. Let's go to 15. Bobby, it was odd. It was an odd feeling day. A credit. Coyote, 806 donation for baby Jesus and SoFi. 8 pounds, 6 ounce Baby Jesus from Talladega Nights. Thank you, Coyote. I just got me some slot machine money now. Got me some slot money. 806, some little old slot machine money. Thank you, everybody. 1294 on SoFi. Volume 5.9 million traded. You got to love this. I work for Wendy, says, I got two 1440 March 4s for 20 cents at the close. What a snipe. Way to go. A DQ Gowdy, well played. Silka, maybe my April 14th, 15 strike might actually print. Come on, baby. Bama, babe. Uncle Bruce, I am so happy when we are making money, laughing out loud. This is so sweet. Austin, 500,000 new customers in 1 quarter. That is incredible. Splair, Uncle Bruce, do you really think 15 is possible after a day? I thought now more something between 13 and 14 is possible. Coyote is smiling and winking. Little Michael is saying, I'm one of those. Gregory Davis, I think I like to think of Jesus on stage wearing giant eagle wings, singing lead vocals to Leonard Skinner at SoFi Stadium. Coyote, this is a big win for me, Uncle Bruce. It's a big win. Oh, my. Bruce, say hello to Clark Griswold and Cousin Eddie on your Vegas vacation, please. Oh, yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. We're at $12.85 on SoFi. We're up $1.65 in the aftermarket on 6.6 million shares as SoFi crushes their earnings, crushes their numbers, and the stock already touched $13 a share. You gotta love this. SoFi is on a roll. You gotta like that. Fun times, baby. Fun times in the OK Corral. Yes, indeed, kids. 1277 last trade. SoFi 6.8 million going through. What a run! Oh, loving it. Let's see what else. What else is going on here? Folks are talking to each other, which is great. Thank you all for being with me today. Thank you for the thumbs ups for the show today. We have 332 thumbs ups. I appreciate it. We've got the SoFi looking really good here with the market, with the earnings coming in. We should be seeing some upgrades on this stock the next day or 2 or 3. We'll keep an eye on that market. See how high it wants to take it. Love this. 7 million traded now. 7 million SoFi being picked up in the aftermarket in 32 minutes. 32 minutes, 7 million shares of interest has come into the stock, and wait till tomorrow when the big market opens up. We're going to be busy. We're going to be really busy. SoFi calling, says Malo. SoFi calling. That's what that phone call was. That was SoFi just letting us know. Moto was saying it to me. I'll see you at the slot machines later, Bruce. We'll catch up with you. Yeah, that was Noto on the phone. They say he wants to come on over. SoFi is rocking. It's going, baby. We're on our way. Kids, I'm going to shut her down and wish you a pleasant evening. Join me tomorrow morning before 8:30 in the morning when we start our trading alert to you. And then 8:30, we'll see you for our live show. We'll see you then at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow night, 8 o'clock for prime time with Uncle Bruce, live from Las Vegas, Nevada, where all kinds of champagne dreams and wishes are coming true for all the shareholders of SoFi out there. You gotta love it. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You guys take care, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Stay healthy for me. We'll do the same over here. We'll catch you a little later. Bye for now from Las Vegas, Nevada, and we'll see you in the morning. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.